Hi everyone, and welcome to another review from Colour with Claire. Today I'm reviewing the book Astrolandia by Lenka Filonenko, who is a Czech artist. Now, as you can see, this is all about astrology and zodiac signs, horoscopes, however you want to call it. So if you're into that kind of thing, you'll absolutely love this book because the illustrations are all incredible quality and they're all absolutely beautiful. Now, as for the physicalities of the book, it's square in format. It's over 10 inches square, in fact. So just putting a Johanna Basford book next to it, you can see it is much, much bigger. It's also incredibly thick. I was really impressed when I got the book. It's really heavy, really thick, and it's made with quality materials. So I'll talk a bit about the paper later. As you can see, it's spiral bound on the left-hand side. It's double spiral bound actually for more durability. And it has a thin card cover that's completely glossy, and the same on the back, just some thumbnails from inside. So when we open it up, I don't know if this comes as standard with every book, but we've got a nice little edition of a very, very thick illustration that is included with the book, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Then the first page of the book is your book belongs to page, so we have a scroll here for you to write your name. And the book begins. So it is a one-sided book, which most people will be very, very happy about. Every colourist loves one-sided books because it means you can use anything you want on it. So the first page is the astrology wheel. We've got all of the signs here, and we've got something representative of all the signs within here, the centre of the wheel. Now, there is a format to this book. Every single star sign has a page which explains all about that sign. It's both in Czech and in English, and there's several things that are explained. So the element, the ruling planet, the lucky numbers, the colours, the stones, the flowers, the partner compatibility, the typical traits, and then a bit of a paragraph all about that sign. So that's the first page of the individual sign, and as you can see, it does have illustrations around the border. The second page of the sign, it concentrates on the actual star sign itself. So we have Aries, the ram with the symbol here. We've got the flower that goes with that sign. We've also got the fire because it's a fire sign. We've got the ruling planet as well, and a nice border. We've also got the constellation. And then the third page for the sign is just a general illustration of a female who depicts that sign, those characteristics. So as you can see, she's got the ram horn. She looks really strong, kind of warrior-like. We've also got the flowers again. So that happens for all of the signs. There's 3 different pages. So here we go with Taurus. And the flower for that is the Alstroemeria, which is the Peruvian lily. And they are featured on the next page here. We've got the bull, which is clearly the Taurus famous sign is the bull, and then the actual sign as well, the constellation, the ruling planet. So it's all here. And then the third, of course, is the lady that depicts that sign. And these illustrations in particular, these third ones, they're absolutely beautiful. They don't actually have to be anything to do with the star sign, really. You could colour them just as a beautiful illustration without any connotations of horoscopes or anything like that. Now here we have my sign, which is Gemini. Lucky numbers 5. It says that Geminis have a sense of humour and diplomacy, and you know what, after reading through these, it actually does ring true to me for people both that I do know their star sign and also for myself. So a lot of this does ring true. Now this is one that I've coloured, as you can see. I did this with Tombow markers, and it has the flower of Gemini, which is the rose, and all of the other elements. We've got the actual sign itself made of these pillars. We've got the twins. And then on the third page of Gemini, we have the 2 ladies. And in the paragraph for Gemini, it did mention that Geminis need to know everything. They need to be plugged in and have all the information, and they want to know everything what's going on. And I think you can see that on this illustration here, that, you know, they've got the books, they've got the cards, they've got the envelope, they've got everything going on. So they really do represent what's actually in the sign. So here we've got Cancer. The flower for Cancer is the rose and the hydrangea. So we have some hydrangeas here. And again, beautiful female portrait illustration. So for Leo, the flower is the sunflower, and we know that Leo is the lion. So we've got sunflowers, we've got the lion, we've got the symbol, the constellation, and then the Leo portrait. Now, as I go through, I'll explain a little bit about the paper. It is absolutely incredible paper. It's very, very thick. It's got a beautiful medium weight tooth to it, so it's good for either coloured pencils or markers. Obviously, with it being one-sided, you can decide to use pens, wet media, paints, anything you wanted to use. Absolutely brilliant. It's bright white. All of the illustrations are drawn in a very hand-drawn kind of quality. They're not perfect lines, but they are, you know, they're all black. None of them are broken or anything like that. It's all very hand-drawn, but very quality produced as well. So you can remove these if you wanted to maybe do all of the signs and do a big feature wall with framed signs. I don't know if that's what you're into. This book is excellent. So it'd probably be very easy to find a frame for these with them being square. They're not perforated, but you can obviously remove them easily with the spiral spine and then cut them down if you wanted to make it a straight edge. But there is something to colour on absolutely every page, whether that's the background of the text or the borders as well, and then obviously these beautiful female portraits. So we're coming along to Capricorn now. The flower for that is the carnation, which is here. So the Capricorn is the sea goat, the ruling planet is Saturn. We have the sign and the constellation, and then the Capricorn lady. So Aquarius, the flower is the orchid, these beautiful orchids here. And Aquarius is of course the water bearer. And we have this beautiful Aquarius lady. So Pisces, it says the typical traits are sensitivity, intuition, spiritual values, a dreamer and compassion. And the flower is the eustoma, which I've never heard of actually. So we've got the sign page, and then we've got the lady. And then the very back is the testing page, so that you can test all of your mediums and materials before you put pen to paper. And that is the end. So hopefully you will have seen just how incredible this book is. I really wish you could feel the paper. It's very tactile, it's very thick, it's incredibly well made. And where you can get it from is the Etsy. Now, because it's quite a big book and it's coming from Czechoslovakia, it's going to cost quite a bit in shipping. Now, if you wanted to buy the book and have it shipped to you in its format as it is here, it costs £10.58 at the moment on Etsy, plus your shipping to wherever you live. But if you don't really have that kind of expense to fork out, but you love the illustrations, you can also buy it in a PDF format for the same price. So it will be delivered to you via email. You can download it and print it on whatever kind of paper stock or cardstock you like. So that just cuts out that shipping cost for you. So I really hope you've enjoyed this review. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please do click the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon on Colour with Claire.